Well, so at the moment, there's one pipeline that Russia uses to export its gas, and that pipeline goes through Ukraine and Poland and various other countries. And as a result of that, Russia can't be as horrible and dangerous and murderous and expansive against Ukraine as it could otherwise, because Ukraine has one huge piece of leverage, which is stopping the flow of gas if Russia were to invade their country, for example. And so Putin has understood that he doesn't like for anyone to have that type of leverage against him. And so he's built a second pipeline, which is called Nord Stream 2. And Nord Stream 2 goes through the Baltic Sea. It avoids all these pesky countries that Putin doesn't like, and it goes straight into Germany. And in order to make sure that this happened properly, he ended up paying a bunch of highly influential Germans, including the former Chancellor of Germany, Gerhard Schroeder, to run around Germany and sort of grease the wheels and make sure the whole thing worked. And so as a result of that, Germany agreed to have this pipeline, help finance this pipeline. And what this pipeline does, which is really horrific from a geopolitical perspective, is it makes Germany and I guess the rest of Europe more dependent on Russian gas. And so not only does Russia win this geopolitical point of avoiding Ukraine, but they also end up getting Germany more hooked on their gas. And so what happens when Germany is more hooked on their gas? If they do something horrific, like take a plane down or kill Alexei Navalny or something like that, there'll be all sorts of internal discussions in Germany to say, wow, that's terrible, that's outrageous, we condemn it, but we can't do anything about it because we're dependent on their gas. And so it's a total sort of, slam dunk win for Putin. And the US had the right attitude about this whole thing, which was to say, no, we're not going to allow that. We're going to sanction anybody involved. And that was all sort of good and consistent. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the sanction is going to be lifted off the main company and off the main guy who's involved in that by the Biden administration. It's really sort of perplexing, infuriating for anybody who understands the situation, and it raises a lot of questions.